Spider-Man 2 released 124 days ago, which is about 4 months, give or take. And we've had a look at the evolved suit from Miles, we've had the anti-Venom suit, and we've all been left to kind of think about these additions to the Marvel Spider-Man universe after the conclusion of the game, right? We've been waiting for New Game Plus, which is scheduled to come out in about like a few weeks. And the community has had very polarizing opinions in terms of Miles' evolved suit. I've made a few different videos in regards to this suit about potential fantastic redesigns to fix the look of it, because I do gotta say it doesn't really suit Miles. No pun intended there. However, I want to talk about what his suit should have actually been. So in regards to not a redesign, but using a suit in-game to kinda replace the evolved suit, if that makes sense. So, as you can see here, I've done a poll on Miles' suit 2 months ago, and I asked the community, all of you guys, should Miles keep his new Spider-Man suit, right? And 90% of you, out of 200,000 people, said no. That is that is an overwhelming no, right? That is, nobody seems to like this suit, and that is unfortunate because some parts of it are very interesting, like, you know, not the mask, but the rest of it, you know, you can kind of do something with it, but it is what it is, right? And a lot of the consensus in the community is this. I saw this post on Reddit, and here on the first thing it says some people hate Miles' evolved suit because it's so ugly. Others hate this suit because it's a walking advertisement for this game's collaboration with Adidas, which has actually been confirmed to not technically be an advertisement suit, even though they advertise it, I guess. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I mean, at this point, if you are selling a whole suit like that with the shoes, I guess it is. Or maybe it wasn't designed to be, and then Adidas was like, well, actually, you know, let's just slap some shoes on there and then we'll collaborate. I don't know what the case there was. But then we go down here and it says, I mainly hate this suit because it was supposed to be the Insomniac mark on the character, their equivalent to Peter's advanced suit, and they didn't bother to give it any importance in the story. The new suit just appeared out of the blue. They didn't even give it a cool montage or scene like in the first 2 games. And I actually mainly agree with this right here, because this is supposed to be, because we go from Miles' classic suit, which yes, he designs with Genki, right? But you know, that was technically his classic suit, and then this was meant to be the advanced suit, so the evolution, right? Like adding on to it and making it better instead of completely, I guess, throwing everything out the window and doing this, right? And yeah, it is also the fact that there was no build up to it. They didn't give it a cool scene or a montage like in the first 2 games, which is actually very weird, right? Like, because that really makes it kind of stick out, because it just shows up out of nowhere. Like, I know for me, when I was doing my first playthrough, I was shocked when the suit showed up. And in the comments below, do let me know what you actually think of the suit. Have you grown to like it more as time went on, or do you still hate it and want it to be changed? And also, while you're down there, hit the like button and subscribe, because it helps the channel do better, okay? I really appreciate it. But yeah, and then the final thing that's said here, and do they really expect us to accept this as Miles' main Spidey costume in the future? Now, the way the games work across every iteration, they will change the suit up a little bit. Like, even Miles' classic suit was kind of upgraded, right? Like, Peter's advanced suit went to 2.0. So if this suit does return, it'll be changed up a little bit, but it is still very, very jarring. This makes me laugh every time, man. Time for a Peter Parker original. Come on, man. Damn it. But I think it's time we talk about it here. So on screen, you see the anti-Venom suit and the evolved suit, and then you also see the few different styles for it, like in the game, right? You've got the kind of white and black style. Then you've got like a black and red style with some blue on it, which I gotta say, it's a bit better, but it's still like a mishmash of a ton of different colors that don't really work too well, right? And the shoes always stay the same color at the bottom, which always bothers me. But we've had quite a few suits introduced to us in Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game before this one, that I think a lot of those suits could have been Miles's main suit from the start. Now, obviously, this is an advanced tech suit. I don't really want this one. to be his main suit. Like, it does look cool and all, but this feels like, I don't know, it feels like the Infinity War suit, right? Like, it just feels too armored for Miles's taste, right? So as you can see here, this is what we were working with, and he went from this to this, which doesn't really feel like an evolution. It feels more of like a downgrade, and I hate saying that because the design is fine. Like, I've grown to not really hate this. I never really hated it. I just think it doesn't really suit Miles as a main suit. It's fine as a side suit, but as a main one going forward, I don't agree with it at all. But there's been quite a few different choices we could have gone with for a Miles main suit. Like right here, you could have gone with like a variation of the 10th anniversary suit. Insomniac could have done like a spin on this, maybe made it like red like this, and you know, this suit in the comics should have had a lot more time to shine. They could have definitely done something with this for sure, to simplify things as well if they really wanted to. There's been a lot of different potential, like even something like this that could have easily used to kind of pay like a homage to Miles's roots, right? Like that could have also worked very well. But there's only one suit that I can only think of as being the main suit for Miles as we go forward. And time again, I've got to say it, it's the T.R.A.C.K suit, like without a doubt. This should have been Miles's evolved suit, and let me explain why. Well, first and foremost, this suit was fantastic in Miles Morales, like the game before this one, because it was so, it felt like the advanced suit to his classic suit, right? Like it feels like an evolution. And with the addition of it in this game, we have suit styles, and the perfect suit style for this is the third one, which is a black and red version of the suit. And now when you go from this, from the upgraded suit to the T.R.A.C.K suit, does this not feel like an upgrade or what? Like the shell, the face, like the face shell is fairly similar, but then you look at the spider legs and it definitely feels like it, like the design kind of evolves. Like, doesn't it really look like that? It's more streamlined. I love the emblem, and when you put it side by side with Peter's advanced suit here, it actually works super well. Like side by side, they definitely work very well together, and I think that there was a lot of potential, and this suit could have really could have worked, right? Like it really could have worked, and it's such a shame that we didn't really get anything with it, because look at it here, man. Like look at it in game, look at it, just it absolutely looks fantastic. And it's a shame that for the evolved suit they kind of sideline Miles's main like color scheme, which is black and red, and it works super well to then really kind of throw in a few different colors. Like they toy with the white at the bottom of the shoes, then you've got blue, you've also got like kind of, I guess, reddish pinkish, and then you've got black as well. It's got too much going on, this suit, right? It does have a bit too much going on with the suit. Now of course Peter does have like 3 different colors as well, but when you look at it, it's kind of very well balanced out. You've got the white on the spider and a bit on the hands and a bit on the feet there, but it's kind of like spread throughout quite decently. But on the evolved suit, I don't know, man, it just feels a bit too much. Like that blue stripe that comes out, it just comes out from the side and out of nowhere. Like I think some of the designs that we've seen in Marvel Spider-Man, like Miles Morales with the mods, that kind of fix that color scheme, have worked really well to mitigate this problem and kind of redesign it. Miles's style should be kept to more so like this with this suit of Peter. Like if you put, even if you put these side by side, they kind of work really well together in the sense of they contrast each other, right? Like I think it just works really well. But I do want to hear you guys' opinions in the comments below. Check out another video on the channel, let me know your thoughts. Have an absolute wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.